All right. So look it up. Black cube of Mecca. They circle around it like Saturn's rings. This is what they're doing. Okay, it is out there. Oh, we just have to look it up. All right, look at this. United Nations headquarters, meditation and prayer room. Look what's in their prayer room. Okay, that is a black cube. That is an idol for Saturn. This is in the UN's prayer room, prayer meditation room. Look now, this is what your government has in the UN nations. All right, and we're so supported on them, we're so fixated on them, we don't even recognize their gods. Okay, and whom you lend your members to, that's who you serve. This is in their prayer room. Now look at this. Black cube of Saturn. Look it up, please. Santa Ana, Manhattan. Come on. Australia, Denmark. These are the black cubes that are set up in the different countries around the world. This is clearly showing us down there where all the money, you know, Manhattan, Wall Street, Federal Reserve, all that. Look, they have the black cube in these countries. Guess what? We one of the countries. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Okay? This is what you're watching. Okay, for those who don't know, this is Ultron from the Marvel comics. I know because I am a comic collector. Okay, now he is one of the most hated, the most villainous enemies of the Avengers. Everybody know who the Avengers are. Why? Because the Avengers have been coming out with movies back to back. Avengers, Thor, Captain America, the Hulk. All these have been coming out. All of them have fought against Ultron. Now look in Ultron's hand. He has the cube. Okay, this is what we're watching. So we see these movies. We have to know that they are Saturn worshipers. Okay. Matter of fact, Christmas, we're going to get to that in a little bit. Christmas was originally Saturnalia, a worship for Saturn. I'm sorry, I spoiled it. That was a spoiler alert. Okay, but this is what we're watching. Okay, we're watching shows like this. We're honoring people that honor Saturn, that worship Saturn. We hail these people as, you know, gods. All right, so moving forward, talking about Moloch, 43rd verse. Moloch, which was Shemos. Look it up. Shemos seems to have also had a taste for blood. 2 Kings 3:27, we find that human sacrifice was a part of the rites of Shemos. Okay. Mythologists and other scholars suggest that such activity may be due to the fact that Chemosh and other Canaanite gods, such as Baals, Moloch, Tammuz, and Beelzebub. Now we talked about Tammuz before, which was the sun god. Beelzebub we found in the New Testament. You know, even Jesus was talking about if I cast out demons by the prince of demons, Beelzebub, you know, his kingdom is divided. So we're all personifications of the sun or the sun rays. Okay, so this is what Acts 7:42 and 43 is talking about. They're talking about the host of heaven, which is the sun god, the Saturn, you know, Jupiter. Okay, and we're saying this to the church. We are honoring other gods within the church. The problem is we just don't realize it. All right. Raphael, or Chuan, or Kiwan, look it up. The planet Saffron, the Saturn, the star of your God. Now pay close attention to this star because we're going to break down what it is. This star is still in use today. Okay, some people call it the Star of David, but amen, there's no such reference to the Star of David. Other folks have other meanings for the star, but this star is out there. It's on the clothing. This star is representation of 666. Okay, here's the summary of the information of the hexagram, the six-pointed star, an element which bears relationship of our subject. Sorry. Okay, the star was mentioned and condemned by the God of Israel in Amos 5:26. It was called by him the star of your God, Moloch, or otherwise called chewing. Reference to Amos 5:26 and the Israelites having in the wilderness was also made in Acts 7:43. All these names refer to the god Saturn. Okay, so here, Scripture's been telling us for a long time about what is going on in the church. And we just do not pay attention. We don't understand what's going on. Okay, foregoes that there was in existence long before the time of Solomon. So those that talk about this is the Star of David, this has been here way before that. He took this sum upon himself when he went into adultery. Okay, it has become known as the Seal of Solomon in Arabic magic and witchcraft. All right, so this star, even though they tried, oh, this is the Star of Israel, this is the Star of David, there's no such thing. Okay, it was condemned. They only brought it in when Solomon went into adultery. All right. Okay, even Solomon is supposed to be the wisest king that ever lived, and he was. He was the richest king that ever lived, and he was. But when they start dealing with, other religions and having their altars set up to worship their gods, he fell off into idolatry. Okay, the hexagram is 666. Six-pointed star certainly has 3 sixes. It contains a 6 within a 6 within a 6. All right, so if this is true, why is it that most of our stars are still walking around with this star? Okay, one of the King James, we're talking about the basketball player. Everybody loves him. LeBron James has a shirt with this star on it. He has about 6 or 7 of them across the bottom of his shirt. All right. Now we honor him, we look at him, we like, oh man, he's so great, he's so this, he's so, don't even realize that he's serving out of God. So we follow this man so much that we just don't take for granted that, he doesn't even love the Lord. Matter of fact, if you look at the second presentation, we talk about the hand signs. They have to send up these hand signs to show the other Satanists that they're with him. Case in point, look at John Cena. When John Cena comes out, he throws up the Illuminati hand signs on both hands. Now, not only that, but he puts up 2 signs. He has a sign on his hat. He has a sign on his wristband. He has a sign on his elbow, across his muscles. He has a sign on the front of his shirt, and he has a big sign on the back. So, it shows the degrees that he is in this thing, and he must, show his allegiance to his God. But we'll come out, whatever he said. Yeah, we do all that. We follow him. We're like, oh, John Cena's the man. Oh, and don't even understand that he worships other God. LeBron James, when he comes down the court, if you look very closely, sometimes he'll dribble, he'll stop, he'll put up the sign, and he'll start back dribbling. Okay, why do you do that? That has nothing to do with basketball. He must show them that he is a representation of the Illuminati. So we talking about the traps. How are they getting us? Have you ever wondered why Hollywood calls its clients stars? Nobody ever thinks about that. Okay, even when the stars get famous, they get a star on Hollywood. Okay, we're talking about the host of heaven, stars of heaven. Their goal is to be worshipped, just like Acts 7:42 stated. And we do just that. We're talking about us in the church. We follow them more than we follow God. Okay? Case in point, look at this. Where do you think Twitter comes from? Those of you who have a Twitter page, there's something that's called following. Following that person on Twitter. And you'll see them. The people will tell you, their stars will tell you, follow me on Twitter at, yada, 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 something. Okay, where do you think Facebook comes from? When you follow somebody on Facebook, this following is an act of worship. See, what they do is they trick you and they use their stars, quote unquote, for you to get in and follow them, and then they poison you. They tell you what they want you to tell you. We give offering to them every time we buy their products. Like we stated before, how is it that we go out here, we spend so much money on them? Okay, so much money on them, and we won't help the ministry. You won't help your leaders. Okay, again, this is another rendition of the presentation we just had, but we brought out Monster drinks. A lot of us don't even realize that the 3 little scratches on the front of the box, on the front of the can, is 666. We don't realize that. It's a Greek letter for 666. So they have put it on the front of the can. As a matter of fact, if you look closely to those Monsters drink, they have a cross up under the name. Now, the whole identity of that thing was that when you drink it, you actually turn the cross upside down, which is a mockery to Calvary. Okay, anytime you see anything upside down, they had a movie that came out. It says, so it above, so it was above, so it below. Everything's upside down. Anything that's upside down is a mockery towards the Lord. When they hold the cross upside down, that is a mockery towards the Lord. Okay, so here it is. You have Monster, who has come out with a drink, which is one of the most popular drinks in the world. And every time you turn that can up, their whole goal is for you to turn the cross upside down, which brings a blatant disrespect against what we believe. So who called them stars? Why is it they call themselves stars? Why is it they want you to follow them so much? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why does LeBron James say, follow me at LeBron James something, whatever? Why? What good does it do? Okay? So we have to wake up. Now look what it says. Now, this is what your children are wearing. All right, we talked about this. Now, first of all, we had talked about how that the Baphomet was going to be on the clothing line. This is it. Okay, listen, this is Obey. Obey is a product of Jay-Z. Okay, Obey the Chaos. The one in the middle with the face on, Obey. We asked to do anybody know who that is? Nobody could tell. Okay, that is President Obama. They come out with this shirt, Obey. Just like when they came out with the shirt, Change. Everybody just took it and ate it up. Oh man, this is awesome. We need to support our black president. Come on, think about it. We need to support heaven. You need to support the Bible. First of all, you need to understand what the Bible is saying. Okay, look at the red shirt. This is a star with a crown on it. All right, this is a star now. Think about this. And the face, Obey. Mickey Mouse goes to look like Mickey Mouse. People look at it, oh, that's Mickey. They don't understand. It is it has Mickey, which is a Disney product, which is a land of pedophilia. They love messing with little girls and little boys. This is why you see all forgot what it is called, the Mickey Mouse Club. Mickey Mouse Club, you go back and look at them when they were young. Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, and all the Miley Cyrus, all those young ones that come up, all those will mess with. Okay, they came up as a Disney product. They came up, they became famous. Disney made them famous because they put their time in. Unfortunately, with couch time, they put their time in, and and then they come up and they become famous. Disney made them that. So Disney is already demonic. There's a cross that's upside down that looks like his body and his hands, his arms. That's a cross that's upside down. Plus he's holding up 2 Illuminati signals on both hands and the Baphomet for a face. Come on. But when we look at that, we think it's old Disney, oh, so cute, I gotta get that. But this is a demonic shirt. All right. Again, look it down at the bottom with the black star. Okay. Obey. The one next to that looks like Mickey Mouse's face. The whole thing is to trick you. It's right there in front of your face. And because we don't have the knowledge and understanding, we fall victim and we go and buy this stuff and we're wearing this devil on top of our heads, giving him all the accolades. And some of us even wear it to the house of God. All right. Now, when I first saw this, I said, Obi, who is Obi? I'm looking at him like, man, what is Obi? And it was not. It's Obey. Okay. And then there's a last one. It has the pyramid. It has the upside down cross. It has UNIF on there. It has the Eye of Horus in the middle of it, which is the same thing that Jay-Z puts up, the little triangle when he puts up. Come on. Same thing that's on the dollar, on the back of your dollar. We have got to wake up. This is what we're wearing. Okay? This is what our children are wearing. This is what you buying your children. This is what when you give them money to go out and buy clothing, this is what they're doing. Okay, we have got to learn, saints of God. We have got to find out what is going on. What are we wearing? So this is what your children are wearing. This is the type of star they are mimicking. Okay, Miley Cyrus, I'm sorry to say this, for some reason we become famous being whores. Okay, she is a Disney product. She came up, and after she reached the age, then they turned her out, and she turned from a good old wholesome girl, what the children would look at, to a sex fiend. Every time she come on, she's either naked, she's showing off everything. And here, and I want to bring this out because about a couple years ago, on Facebook, everybody was on Facebook taking pictures with their tongues hanging out. You couldn't find a picture of a young person without their tongue hanging out. And for some reason, they kept doing it, and they did not understand what this means. They just did it. Now, here is the meaning of the tongue hanging out your mouth. It means finish your sexual business in my mouth. All right, catch your breath. Okay, this is what that means. It means finish your sexual business. And y'all know what I'm talking about. For those that don't understand what I'm talking about, it means for the man to ejaculate in her mouth. That is what it means when you have your tongue hanging out the side of your mouth and you're taking pictures like this. Men and women. Oh, boys and girls, I'm sorry. Okay, and they had all the young people about 2 years ago. Every time we saw a picture, they're sitting on Facebook, they're sitting on Instagram, they're sitting on PhotoBucket, and I need to talk about that in just a minute. And they're taking their pictures with their tongues hanging out their mouth. And whether they're doing it or not, this is what it means. Now, here's the thing I want you to understand. Those that started doing this, look at your sexual promiscuity since you've been doing this. Have you been engaging in sexual contact since you started taking pictures with your tongue out your mouth? Has your sexual contact increased since you have been taking pictures with your tongue hanging out your mouth? Okay? Because remember, all this is a spirit. And what we have done is allowed a spirit into our lives and has pushed us to do the very same thing that that spirit was sent to do. So check yourself. If you have been engaging and doing sexual things or perverse things that you was not supposed to have been doing, that you know is against the will of God, then you need to go back to what started it. Okay? So this is it. Now, going back to the PhotoBucket, those of you putting pictures on Facebook, you putting all kind of explicit pictures, on Instagram. And now I'm going to tell you, being in the information world, I know they're being stolen. Okay, every picture that you put on there has been taken, and it's taken into a site on the deep dark web. Now I'm not going to tell you the site is, because I don't want nobody going to look at it. Okay, but it's being taken and it's being gathered together in a site so that people can come in there who know what they're doing, look at you, take you, put you up on their wall, use this against you. As a matter of fact, for those who don't know, if you're on there with explicit stuff, now, a lot of the jobs are doing search histories where they can go and search your name and search your face, facial recognition, to find out if there's anything on you that would bring a bad report upon their job. Okay, so that's what they do. They look you up, they Google you, they make sure there's nothing out there that would be embarrassing to them on the job. They're doing this. Okay, so stop putting them pictures on there. You think that it's safe. You think that it's not out there. But anything you put on the internet is out there. It is out there for anybody to find. Okay? Anybody with enough information can go and dissect and find you out there and use that against you. All right? Young ladies, especially young ladies, you plan on being married one day, stop doing these type of pictures. Stop putting pictures on there. Stop showing them. Stop this. Okay, but this is the star that we're mimicking. Okay, we want to be just like this star because she is famous, and you don't realize what she had to do to gain this fame. Again, she come up in a company that is famous for pedophilia. All right, so this is what we're mimicking.